Yeah.
I didn't know DNA played such a role in that.
Your blood and everything like that. Isn't that crazy? So mine never turns green.
Really?
Never, ever.
Your blood is like
that.
Really?
My blood is awesome.
Nice.
Welcome to Live and Learn. My name is Shirley. I am the founder of Learn, and on each episode, we bring you interesting people within our communities that have knowledge, experience, and unique skills to share. These individuals are entrepreneurs, artisans, hobbyists, but most of all, people that live in your own backyard. Thank you for tuning in with me, and I hope you learned something new today. Live and learn.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Live and Learn podcast. My name is Shirley Layer. I am your host. And the Live and Learn podcast is where we interview interesting people that have unique skills, knowledge, and experience to share. And today I am joined by not one, but two lovely ladies, both of them talented in their own right. And the first lovely lady that I want to introduce is someone that I've had the privilege of working with recently. You probably know her from all the live videos that she does on social media. She is one of the founders of Local, and that is Miss Kacie Bryant.
Yeah, woo!
Woo! Woo! And if you didn't know, Kacie is like an expert collaborator, and she is actually part of the team of Joevie Jewelry, who is the next special guest that we have, and that is Miss Evie Thrift. So welcome. I'm excited to have you guys. I didn't know anything about the brand until Kacie told me, and I went on your Facebook.
She's good at that.
She's really good at that. She's good at linking people
That's
up.
about all I can do to help you.
Thank you. Just about it. That's it. But I heard you're a strategic partner.
Yes.
Very strategic.
It's a very fancy
That's my title
right
on the
there.
website. Yeah.
But you hate to be known as partner.
I know,
Even
but
though
you
you're
made
partner.
me do it.
I love it.
She's my life partner too.
Well, you guys are doing some amazing things, especially with Joevie Jewelry. I'm sorry.
All good.
You guys are giving so much back to the community and working with like yay packs. That's amazing. So I want to definitely get into your story, get into all of that. But before we do, I want to start this off with a fun fact. And if you didn't know, you're going to learn today. And I basically pulled this fact off of your Facebook video. But is it true that when you rub ketchup on tarnished copper, you can clean it and make it good as new?
Amen,
That's
sister.
true?
I just did it this morning.
That's amazing.
Ketchup is good on everything, right?
What? See, I have so many copper things, and now I know it just gets
just shine it up. Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't make it taste better though.
Really?
It makes it
I can't eat it.
Yeah, it's like getting new copper though. It is pretty crazy.
Really?
Yeah, like after, I don't know, maybe a year or so or less, it depends. Everybody's DNA is different. It'll just age a little bit, and that's just from the way you sweat, DNA, anything like that. Yeah.
I didn't know DNA played such a role in that.
Your blood and everything like that. Isn't that crazy? So mine never turns green.
Really?
Never, ever.
Your blood is like
that.
really
My blood is awesome.
It's because I tell everybody.
Look, you're
I love it.
Because my wrist, so the thing is, like, there's no proven secret to this, but like after doing research and like we've been playing around with it a little bit, people that eat really clean, like she eats clean,
ridiculous.
And you say you don't, but you do, like nothing.
Got you.
It's all crazy.
So if you're vegan or vegetarian, like it's not turning green.
As long as it's not preservative-filled stuff, like all that junk that your body doesn't know what to do with. And so her wrists never turn green. They're always beautiful anytime you see her.
Beautiful wrist.
Me, on the other hand, I really like French fries and junk food. And so...
It was your New Orleans trip. I feel like that was like the thing that set it off, right?
Yeah.
You were eating really clean and healthy, and then you're like, dude, I got back from New Orleans. Had a good time.
Wrist is green.
Too much fun there.
Does it have anything to do with alcohol? Like if you consume alcohol, does it turn a different color?
I think alcohol had an effect, maybe. I don't know.
Possibly. That wasn't mine. I think mine was the fried food. When you go down there, like the South is all about the fried food and all that. So, it was bad.
For sure. As a Puerto Rican, we cook a lot of fried food, so mine would probably turn instantly green.
Yes.
Sure.
But I say it's good for you though, so don't worry about it. Because if like my husband's wrist turns green, and I'm like, man, that's so good. It's drawing all the toxins out of your body.
Yeah.
So keep it up. Yeah.
Nice.
It goes away. Like it turns green and then it goes away.
You can wash it off.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that we struggle with, I think, with our brand is that a lot of people, the jewelry, they don't realize that it's true copper. Like it's pure copper. And it turns your wrist green if you have toxins. Like that's what it is. So they think that it's cheap bracelet.
Get out of here. Or eat some kale.
I should just serve kale with the copper.
There you go. Kale and copper.
Here's a bracelet and some kale on the side.
So how is it that you guys met and started collaborating?
I think you should tell that story.
Why?
She's my mean Dave Ramsey coach.
She still has me in her phone as Kacie,
Bryant,
Dave Ramsey.
Nice. So like mentor-ish.
We were, I don't know what the good word is. We were not doing so well in the financial department. We had a lot of debt.
Okay.
And so we came to see this chick because she's the financial guru. Just another one of her many qualities.
Right.
So
I need to
we
go talk
sort
to her
of,
about
we're like, Kacie, help us out of debt. And I don't know if you've heard of Dave Ramsey.
Yes.
But yeah, she basically was leading a class that my husband and I were attending, essentially.
Gotcha.
And we sort of fell in love and then went from there.
Wow.
All three of us fell in love.
Yeah, and now y'all are basically, and she's like a walking billboard. Cause
She's a walking
wearing,
billboard.
like right now she's wearing
Joevie,
it.
I bling bling it.
Yeah, for
And I'm always
sure.
asking her like, where did you get that from? And she says, Joevie Jewelry.
Yeah, I always find it so funny that she wanted to jump in business with me when she knew my financials and knew like Dave Ramsey and she saw how much debt we were in, but
She always
I guess
the mission of the story.
when she
You guys
approached me,
actually weren't that bad compared to a lot of people that come into the class. You think that you were, but it wasn't that bad.
well, it's my husband.
Blaming the men.
He's the spender, I'm the saver. But no, yeah, when she approached me, I was very surprised. I was like, what? Why? Are you sure? Well, I'm a little crazy, but that works.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yes, very true. A little bit. No, I'm just kidding.
Two crazies together make awesome
Crazy,
jewelry.
crazy stuff together. Crazy good stuff. Nice. Well, speaking of your husband too, I was reading about the story and how you guys got started, and that's really interesting. It's kind of like a storybook type of story.
Yes.
Can you share that with us?
Yeah, for sure. That's like my favorite part. So when we were dating, he made me earrings out of copper that said ILEAU. I love everything about you.
Mad points for that.
Yeah. I was like, all right, I'm gonna marry this man. And he's like this big car guy, like doesn't play with like that's too girly for him. But just the fact that he like bought the whole entire alphabet and like YouTubed it and learned how to do it. Like
That is the one thing about Joey though. Is
right
he's that kind of person. He doesn't want to hire anybody to do anything.
No.
He doesn't want to buy it. He wants to do it all himself.
Yeah.
And by the time he's done with it, he's an expert on it.
Yeah. And he will buy a whole alphabet just for 5 letters and like learn, like buy the copper at the best place and like figure it all out just for 1 pair of earrings.
That's amazing.
So that's sort of how it started. We got married. I was in like commercial development in Santa Barbara. Moved to Tennessee, and he moved me to Woodlawn. Have you heard?
Yeah, I've heard of Woodlawn. We're actually out there looking for houses. So.
Oh, okay, well, bless you. No, it was like culture shock and crazy, and we didn't have like cell service or internet or anything. I was like an hour to the grocery store. I thought I was on a different planet, and I was like, help me, Lord, what do I do? And he was in the garage all the time, and I was like, well, how do I just like hang out with you in the garage? So like teach me how to make those earrings. He taught me. I fell in love with just the process of it, and I started making it for myself. And I'm not super delicate with my stuff, like pretty, like I hammer this. This is like girls literally taking a hammer and hammering it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to create and find a jewelry that I wasn't breaking all the time, or wasn't like falling, or too heavy, or too light, or pearly, or frilly. So I was like, this is perfect. This is like hardcore metal.
Bam.
Yeah. So I made myself some earrings, and then all my girlfriends and sisters and everybody was like, can you make me some? So it sort of like one thing led to another. I was like, sure, yeah. And then people were like, maybe you should start charging for it.
Yeah, because whenever I met her, that's why I came in. She's like, she's doing this business, and she's like, oh, here, just take it.
Give it away.
It's so good.
I was like that when I started,
What, you like my cup? Here,
Just
take
like that. I charge.
Actually make a profit
for sure. Yeah, because then it becomes a business, right? It's not just a hobby. Yeah. So, but I think when you like fall in love with something and you love the process, and it was like therapeutic for me, it was like giving somebody something and something that like meant something to them.
Right.
So it was like a blessing for me. So I didn't even understand that I should charge for it, I guess. So
you're
it's
an
a weird,
artist.
it's a weird thing. So that's why you like almost have to like give that side to somebody else, like a numbers person, and that's not me at all. So Kacie and Joey.
You've kind of rubbed off on me though. Now I'm like, oh, can I give this to somebody?
Because it's so great, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So that brings me into, since you said you love to give, who you are working with a lot of different organizations here in the area, a lot of nonprofits. And from the videos I saw, you guys give a lot away.
We do.
So whoops. But for a good reason. For a great cause.
Yeah. So YAPACS, I think, is like our biggest. YAPACS stands for You Are Important.
Right.
So Sherry is the one that started it, and she, talk about a woman who gives. She gives her whole life and heart and soul into, like, I want you to tell it because I feel like you're better at YAPACS than you know. Yeah. Just like what they do, I feel like is so impactful to the community and anybody and everybody. She doesn't like judge or anything. She just goes in and she helps and loves and serves on people in need. So she was a victim of domestic abuse, and she had like 3 kids and an infant, and she was turned down from a rescue mission. And so I feel like she devoted her whole life to having no one ever be turned away, basically, and there's always space and there's always room. So she's like given homes and jobs and help people get off the streets and get a driver's license. So how we come into play is I'm all about words, and so is Kacie, and I think that it's super powerful what a word can do and how it can inspire and encourage people. So we make them jewelry that says you are important, like what her company stands for, YAPACS. So we go out, and part of the proceeds go to YAPACS as well. So
that's beautiful.
We make them jewelry that says you are important, and they hand it out to the people that they work with. So they work with people all over. It started off here in Tennessee, but now they're like one of the top people that get called in for like natural disasters. So if somebody loses their whole house in a tornado, YAPACS is one of the first ones there. They just have, you know, their little trailer, and they come and they give them everything that they need. And they also work with in a lot of the like homeless encampments and with a lot of the shelters, and the schools will call them if there are homeless kids that have no supplies, and they'll just ship off a box and a backpack full of stuff. So we give them jewelry that says you are important, to help remind people that even though you may be struggling financially or going through something tough, you still matter, which is an amazing message.
Yeah, I love that. And what's the most, I guess, inspiring piece you've been able to make as an artist? I'm sure there's more than one.
There's a lot of, I don't know if inspiring would be the correct word, but there's a lot of ones I feel like that have inspired me just because of the story behind them. Just from people like losing a loved one with cancer, or somebody risking their life, overseas or whatever it is, and they just want that person's name or a date on it. And so that's, I guess, been the most inspiring piece, not necessarily the word, but just the story behind the name or the coordinates or whatever it is. So
babies lost too. I feel like that's a big one.
And so like being able to share that and like give that to somebody is so cool to me, and I love hearing their story. I love it. That's like brings me so much joy, just like being able to give somebody a blessing like that.
Part of it. It's beautiful.
Let me interject right there just to talk about you and your personality, because like that's one of the things I feel like is amazing about Joevie. Also, and one of the reasons that I really enjoy being a partner with you is because I'm kind of an introverted. Nobody would ever guess that.
No, she's not at all. She tells me I'm like, what?
I would rather, like, even when I'm working, I would rather be in the back, like, washing dishes than in the front doing things. I'm friendly, like, I'm, a lover of Jesus, and I believe that I need to be outward reflection of that, and so I try my hardest, but sometimes people are talking to me and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't care about your story. I just want to go do my own thing. And so, like, for real, that's how I am. But she genuinely, I think, is one of the few people that I've ever met that actually cares about your story. Like, she gets excited and enthralled by that.
I paid her.
Sponsored ad.
Yeah. Or just come and tell me your story, because I really do love your story.
Like, even when we came in here, she's like, I'm like, let's get to work. I got stuff to do. Let's start the podcast. And Evie's missing. We're all ready to start the podcast, and she's like halfway down the hallway talking to somebody.
I wanted to see this cool building, what you guys are all about, and I love Learn, and I'm super stoked for it. It's cool. Yeah, so thank you.
That's one cool thing, anyways, that I wanted to add about the company and that, like,
I think
really
it totally
does care.
I think it does flow, like, with Joevie, because it's like writing your story on your cuff or your necklace or whatever it is.
Right.
Everybody has a story.
Yep.
And so you can write it, and it's like embracing that word. Yeah.
That one word.
That one word, yeah, it can really influence people and move people. And it can, I feel like actually personally, I've seen in my own life, I've had a lot of negativity actually, and a lot of negative words. And I realized when I became aware that, like, wow, that actually really affected me. I so wanted to, like, live my life the opposite, the extreme opposite.
Right.
And I saw how powerful word can be.
All right, guys, so thank you so much for tuning in. I want to give a huge shout out to our collaborators. I want to give a shout out to Local, Office Now, Blondell Video Company, and Learn. So guys, make sure to tune in for the next episode. Live, learn, share, and grow. Take care.
Live and learn. Oh hey, you stuck around. Well, you should definitely subscribe to my channel right down there. Or if you're anything like me and need to stay organized, I'll send you a free daily task list. And of course, you should definitely go check out my other videos right here. All right, see you later.